Sends it up to the point. Silverthorne off the boards, gets the break, goes with him. Silverthorne puts it onto the back post. Zajac puts it into the back post, and it goes forward from Macaulay Hayward, having the right hand over the top, throwing it in, and Miller's going toe to toe, and he's got 3 or 4 headshots, and then drags him down. Still has it. Zabo being sort of marked out the game by Tom, and the shot comes from forward now. Babrea with plans. Babrea walks in, shoots,
and he picks up his own rebound and
Zabo, and he's not happy about that. It was a late hit to hit from behind, and you see the players. Good evening and welcome to Icing Tonight. Tonight the Telford Tigers take on Milton Keynes Lightning. The last 4 games of the Telford Tigers have gone to overtime, so a nail-biting game is expected ahead of us. But first, let's take a look at how last week's game shaped up when the Telford Tigers took on Swindon Wildcats. For the Telford Tigers, Silverthorne, Hill, Miller, Malasinski, Bullis and Nell. For the Swindon Wildcats, as the puck drops, goes back, D to D. Zajac steps up ice, banks it off the boards, goes forward to Miller. Miller deflects it around the boards. And then Swindon just try to clear it out the zone, but it's kept in on the point. And it goes in front, and Silverthorne just skates back across the front of the slot as Sam Zajac keeps the puck deep down into the corner. Phil Hill cycles up ice, up to the point, shot comes in, goes slightly wide to the left of the rink, just goes down into the corner, takes the body, up from the point, shot goes in, stick save. Phil Hill gets the first shot of the night, but it bobbles off his stick and goes over into the corner. From behind the net, Miller tries to feed it in front to Hill. Swindon, backhand out, but picked out of the air by Jonathan Weaver. Lunging forward, putting the puck around Malasinski. Takes it back into his own end, buys a little bit of time. Sets up behind the net as there's a line change as McEwen, Plant, Oakford and Kalina come to the ice. McEwen drives up the left wing, banks it off the boards, puts it in deep, skates in after the puck, gets there first. Bit of a battle for position just behind the net there. The puck's cleared down the ice. Icing's washed off, so it stays in play as Rashka steps out, plays it off the boards. Very dangerous as Pullers curls in behind the net. Oakford puts it across to Danny Rose. Danny Rose from the left side puts it through. And there's a bit of a battle on the boards, and Hoog gives a shove in the direction of Davis. Now, puck's down the end zone. That was a cheeky cross-check to Clarkson from the D-man, just in front of the net, and there's some pushing and shoving, and you see Davis take a shove facewards. You see referee Pickin just point to the circle as if to say, right, let's get the face-off going. But things getting quite aggressive in that slot area. 0-0 was the score from the first period. Let's see what happens in the second as Pickett drops the puck. Costill got on the puck, but it only goes far as Zajac back to Weaver, across to Zajac once again, tries to pass through to Silverthorne, but Babrea gets in the way, dumps it corner to corner. And Costill behind the net. Zajac tries to push him towards the boards, pushing his body out. Quite a difference in size of the two. And he tried for the wraparound from Bullis as he picks up the puck behind the net. And then it's quickly cleared out of the zone by Sam Zajac. But 11 seconds it took the Swindon Wildcats to get the first shot away of that period. So maybe the team talk in the dressing room revolved around something like get some shots away, get more on target. Nell sends it around to Whitfield. Panics a little bit, forces the play out. Picked up in neutral ice. But turned over and held well by the Telford defence. Kalina sends it high over the top, deep into the corner, and a good skate in there from Rick Plant to get in the way. Shot block comes across from Whitfield, goes out to neutral ice. Plant and Nell. Nell finishes the hit on Rick on the boards, but Rick now skates out with the puck, walks into the slot, shoots, and a pad save from Lyle. Stevie Lyle really on form today as well. Nice, calm, clinical saves between the pipes for the Swindon Wildcats. Still a very evenly matched game. We are on the 3-minute mark of the second period. 23 minutes played. No scores on the boards yet. Corey McEwen shoots wide. Deflects off the boards. The rebound picked up by Miller. Tries to dump it down. But Stone picks up the puck, sends it around the boards. Looks a bit scrappy in front of the Telford bench. And Weaver putting Swindon under pressure in their own end as he comes on for a line change, of course, because the Telford bench is in Swindon's end for this middle period. Finlayson sends it into the corner. Stone tries to clear it out, but he's held up well by Joe Miller. Support comes in from Phil Hill. Miller walks it round, tries to get to Hill on the back post, and he sees stick was held up then by the Swindon defence, and I've got to hand it to Swindon. In that area in front of the goal, they're playing some outstanding defensive hockey, really impeding on the Tigers. A great shot from Swindon there, leg pad save, picked up by Zajac. Quick feet from Satek now, drives in, leans in, goes in behind the net, skating all the way around the outside of the rink, backhands it back down into the corner for the cycle. Read well and intercepted by Mark Smith, banks it off the boards, backhand. Cross-ice pass from Weaver to Zajac, drives in, tries to feed it forward to Davis, tries to get it through to Satek, who just taps it in the back of the net. And you see the defence almost slow down from the Swindon Wildcats as the puck from Davis comes across from Satek, and he literally just cushioned it and tapped it into the right side of the net between Stevie Lyle's leg pad and goal, putting the first goal of the night on the clock. 24 minutes and 20 seconds. Scored by Satek, assisted by Davis, timed at 24-20, and that gives the Telford Tigers the momentum to go into this now a goal up and to capitalise on that and to keep the pressure on the Swindon Wildcats to get a lead that Tom Watkins will want. Now, will Swindon be able to counteract this? Will this affect the headspace of Stevie Lyle between the Swindon pipes? Time will tell. And Lydiard gets a shot away some 3 seconds later, shooting it from his own end straight onto Rashka to just try and get an opportunity. The puck drops down to Stevie Lyle. He banks it off the boards, picked up in neutral ice. Davis reaches for it. It drops back to Danny Rose. Cross-ice pass to Oakford. So we line up for the third period action as referee Pickett goes to centre ice, checks in with the goal judges and gets ready to drop the puck on the third and final period of the Telford Tigers versus the Swindon Wildcats in this EPL game. Swindon pick up the puck. Satek retrieves it from the centre circle, sends it back to Zajac, across to Weaver, back to Zajac, headmans to Davis, backhands into the end zone. Puck drops in. Zajac battles for it. Bullis gets it. Malasinski sends it behind the net. Babrea. Bullis is in the slot, pushing and shoving. Hoog, cross ice, shot from the point, and a Swindon goal! Comes from number 44, Neil Lydiard. You see the pressure in front of the Telford Tigers net. For once, the extra guy, the 6 players, caused so much traffic. 2 Swindon players in front of Andre Rashka, pushing and shoving to try and get obscured vision on Andre Rashka. The puck comes out. He's expecting everything to come from the left side. And what you see is the puck go across to Neil Lydiard. And goal number 2 of the game, the first goal of the night from the Swindon Wildcats, scored on 59 minutes and 34 seconds. Oakford catches it, plays it down. It goes to Hill. Hill across. Rose to Oakford. Rose. D-to-D pass, cross-ice pass to find Miller. Nell comes in and the hooter goes. At full time, it's 1 goal each, with Swindon Wildcats scoring their goal with 26 seconds to go. So, Swindon 2 forwards, 1 D. Telford 2 D, 1 forward. Davis wins the draw. Weaver skates back. You can see Nell skating after it. It's a golden goal situation. As soon as the puck crosses the line, that's the winning team. And if this falls to Swindon, Telford will feel robbed. Zajac walks in, shoots! And a great pad save from Stevie Lyle. A great offensive play from young Sam Zajac, picking the puck, driving hard down that right wing, firing the puck in now. Lydiard passes out. Nell gets the puck from Malasinski, shoots, it deflects from the body of Zajac. Turned up ice now, Davis skates hard. Weaver's in the centre slot area. He gives it through to Weaver. It trickles on. Zajac shoots and scores into the top right-hand corner. An overtime goal for Sam Zajac, and the Telford Tigers taking 39 seconds of overtime to give themselves the first overtime win of the season. A great execution from Sam Zajac, getting the pass from Jonathan Weaver, waiting and biding his time and beating Lyle in the top right-hand corner to a fantastic goal to give Telford Tigers an overtime win. And I think Tom Watkins will be disappointed he didn't finish in regulation time, but what a sweet way to win a game on a golden goal, 39 seconds into overtime, scored by Sam Zajac, assisted by Weaver and Davis. So the Telford Tigers coming away with the win against the Swindon Wildcats in overtime. Last night, a very similar story. The Tigers conceded a goal in the last 30 seconds to take it to overtime. Nobody scored in the overtime. It went to penalty shots, and the Telford Tigers came out with the point for the penalty shot win. So what will happen tonight when the Tigers take on MK Lightning? Welcome back to Icing Tonight. Telford Tigers taking on Milton Keynes. So, Rick, the last few games pretty much all gone to overtime.
Yeah, we keep conceding late, which isn't a good thing at the moment. That's something we've been trying to fix and stay focused for the full 60 minutes. But, you know, we've got a couple of wins on overtime and in a shootout, so it's not all that bad. So
you're riding high, top of the league at the moment. Milton Keynes have had a bus breakdown. We've all been on the end of that. How do you think that'll affect their game?
I don't think it should. I mean, at this level, it's professional now. So, you know, we've had to adjust our game plan for the day because we've had to wait for them to arrive. You know, it's not ideal preparations, but I think everybody's professional enough to just buckle down and get the job done.
So that was Telford Tiger Rick Plant talking about the fact that Milton Keynes have been delayed and how that affects you as a player. And Rick was saying that it's sort of upset the apple cart from Telford's preparation. They plan what time they're going to eat and how they sort of have a pre-game warm-up routine. So both teams might be on the back foot starting tonight, Alan.
It's very strange when this thing happens. You know, I think everybody's experienced it. In my career, we had it a few times. And yes, you're not finely tuned to the time that you have to come and prepare for the game. It does upset it for both sides, so it'll be interesting to see how it kicks off tonight.
So a top-of-the-table clash as the Telford Tigers take on the MK Lightning. Let's see how things progress as the puck drops on the first period. Referee Boardman takes charge of the game here at centre ice, raises his arm to the bench and drops the puck on the first period. The draw was won by Milton Keynes. Christie backhands it in, only gets as far as the linesman. Carlon presses in and the whistle's blown. I believe it's for offside, or it might be because the linesman got hit by the puck. So the face-off will come out just outside the blue line. In your absence, Alan, you can see the blue line's been repainted just in front of the Tigers bench because the paint had pretty much worn through. Miller pushes forward, but it's picked up by Baronic for Milton Keynes. Sent round the boards by Carlon. Tom Carlon, of course, learning his hockey at the age of 7 years old here at the Telford Ice Rink. And now Miller passes forward to Plant, drives down the left wing. Miller, Plant, Zajac right in front. The puck was saved, sent out. Plant sends it up to Weaver on the point, sends it round the boards. And you've got Miller, Plant and Hill going out on the first line. Shot comes in once again this time. Presses forward from Milton Keynes.
Baronic's out in front.
Right in front of the slot. There's a lunge for the puck. Baronic gets to it, shoots, blocker save, and the right arm of Rashka deflects the puck into the air. Clarkson picks it up behind the net, and Jones passes out to Satek on the left wing. And Milton Keynes getting the first two shots of the night away. Yep. Satek dumps it down deep. It's blocker deflected from the netminder. A turnover coming from Milton Keynes. It was Baronic forcing the puck down. Weaver picks it up behind the net, carries it down. Tom Carlon stands him up, carries the puck into the corner, uses strength and reach to get the puck in the slot, but it's Adam Taylor that picks it up.
Oh, beautiful.
Heads past the red line, bangs it off the board, skates back in after the puck, finishes his hit in front of the camera there, as you see him follow through on Christie. And now Milton Keynes have the puck behind the net. Bit of possession in the corner. Oakford's there on his own. Plants in the supporting role. Brings it up in front of the MK bench, but it's Christie that holds up Plant. There's some pushing and shoving. And the first penalty of the night is going for interference against the Milton Keynes. I thought that could have gone for roughing against Plant, but it was Christie that was done for interference for holding him up. So MK's Lewis Christie, number 66, will receive a 2-minute minor penalty for interference for holding up Plant. And I almost thought Plant was going to get a roughing penalty for going over the top.
Now the Tigers have got to get set up, which they've done.
Plant up to Oakford. Kalina from the point shoots across. Miller's there in front, hoping for the rebound, but the puck drifts into the corner. Rick Plant picks it up, hustling in front of the bench, goes up to the slot. Kalina once again fakes the shot, back to Oakford, over to Plant in the high slot, across to Kalina, winds up, shoots, and a pad save. For me, that was one too many. I'd have liked to have seen Rick Plant take the shot there rather than send it back to Kalina. And now Jones. Backhands to Macaulay Haywood.
Hospital pass we called.
Once again,
dangerous.
making the player look back, and then the defenseman stepping up and taking the ice away. Both teams really good at keeping that centre lane well defended. They're allowing players to pass around the outside of the zone. They're battling on the boards between Plant and Christie. Right in front of us there. Oakford, neutral ice, drops the puck off the boards. Now Haywood's hovering in front. The puck goes down into the corner. Plant sends it round the boards. In front of MK's bench.
Backlerig turns it round now.
Nice bit of play in between Scott and Backlerig. Puts it into space. Christie skates down and shoots into Rashik's top right-hand shoulder. Kalina forward to Silverthorne in the middle lane, walks in, gets the shot away, but a good block from Griffin there, who used his leg pad to just block the shot and not even letting it near the netminder. Kalina switches possession, goes round behind the net. That'll give Hook time to get the play out for Milton Keynes. Jameson skating up. He's back up as Chamberlain putting the forecheck on.
You can see how neutral this is becoming.
Milton
Keynes are breaking out, Telford are stopping it.
Short shifts, quick changes,
Telford
couple of big hits.
Out and Milton Keynes stop it. So it's
County backhands into the end zone. And you can see that the style of play so similar between the two teams at the top of the league. Stretch pass to Satek, walks in, shoots.
Straight
and the save once again. Weaver back to Warren Tate, forward to Plant. And a drive forward now from Sam Zajac. Rick Plant taking a line change. Zajac behind the net. This is a defender at the back of the net, hustling to get the puck in front. Support coming in from Tate. Just pinned on the boards there, pushing and shoving. The crowd are calling for holding, but Zajac skates it out into the high slot. A shot from Silverthorne as he walks in. Puck goes back into the corner. Warren Tate this time backhands the puck back across, and Zajac takes a line change. Weaver shoots from the point into the body of the netminder, and you can see Silverthorne hovering over the netminder there, just on the off chance that the puck will get dropped to his feet, and he can tip it into the back of the net. 0-0 the score. 15 minutes and 1 second played. Hook up to the point, shot comes across, deflects from Weaver's skate into the corner.
We might see Clarkson and Baronic go later on. I've just watched them on that shift niggling each other.
Griffin. Neither's a
well, two big heavyweights of the league,
yeah. Up to the point, shoots, deflects off Rashka's body.
Well, here's the pressure coming from
2 minutes, 22 seconds left. Hill using his stick against Barklick, and of course he's no stranger to mixing it up out on the ice. Puck goes in behind the net. Big battle.
And that was very high.
Yeah. He came in across his shoulder. You can see Miller struggling off, but referee Borden was right in front of it. He deemed it to be a fair hit.
Here's Miller coming back.
Joe lets him come in and then gives it him back. And that's the thing with Joe.
Yeah, he's got his number.
Emmersick.
Well, actually, it was Emmersick he gave it back to, but it wasn't him that gave him the hit the first time, I don't think.
But he's having a word in his ear to pass it on when he gets back to the bench, that's for sure.
I don't think that's the style of Blas Emmersick. No. For the many years I've known him, but
and Silver, every player has been told to finish their hits, and they are doing. That was a big hit on Joe Miller. It was legal, it was above board. As he turned away from the puck, it sent him careering into the boards, and that hurts.
Yeah.
Cross-ice pass. Drives forward now. Griffin sends it round the wall. Silverthorne. Tate's with him. Carries it over the blue line. Pulls it inside. Shot comes across the front. Tate cycles it off the boards to Silverthorne. 1:08 seconds left in period one. Kept in down low by Dan Scott. Tate cycles again. Kalina picks it up. Tries to walk it out. Tries to kick it up, but Chamberlain gets to it. Tries to tap it forward. Sends it off the boards. Billing skates in on the puck. Tate picks it up on the blue line. feeds it forward to Jones, hits the red line, carries it over, dumps it into the corner. 45 seconds left on the first period. No score. The Telford Tigers versus MK Lightning, and a drive through from Baranek, pulls it outside, and the stick of Clarkson coming across was enough to impede him getting the shot away. 30 seconds is still a long time in this corner as Scott battles for the puck. Jones comes in, Clarkson pushing and shoving. And now,
last 20
Davis and Satek off the boards from Davis. Satek delays it, curls, and again the hand on the back of the helmet, pushed into the back of the head of Satek. Very physical game. Zajac down into the corner, walks out, shot from Satek. A great save there from Milton Keynes netminder. And now Milton Keynes get the last shot of the game, of the period, as Scott winds up, shoots into the leg pads of Sam Zajac, and we end the first period. 0-0. Great game of hockey.
Great game of hockey, and very, very nearly a 1-goal up for Milton Keynes with that very late breakaway there.
Now,
that was Telford's only weak spot there.
Interesting, just looking at the Milton Keynes player, talk to the referee here, how he's saying he's being pulled back and clutched, and I'm not disputing what he's saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that's going both ways.
Yeah,
both teams are getting that, but you can see that as he came across to get the shot away, I think Clarkson's stick came in across his arms, and that's getting the frustration because he was unable to get that shot away in the last sort of 30 seconds of the period.
But that can relate back to 2 minutes earlier when I commentated that Baranek had actually, off the play, had sort of stuck his stick out and tried to trip Clarkson up, and it kind of looked at each other. And that's why I said during the commentary, I think these two will go at it later on because they're niggling each other so much.
A fantastic first period of hockey. The Telford Tigers taking on MK Lightning. End to end, I would say the shots on goal are fairly even so far. But the thing that stands out the most in this challenge so far is how big these hits have been in this first period, Alan.
It's been a very physical, fast period. And I said again during the commentary, I don't know how long both teams can keep this up because it's at lightning speed.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the second period in just a couple of ticks. You're watching the Telford Tigers versus MK Lightning. Telford Tigers top of the league, Milton Keynes in second, and this game is enough to separate those two teams with whoever wins tonight. Off the draw from the second period, Plant wins it, goes back to Zajac, across to Weaver. Weaver cross ice to Miller, who backhands it down into the offensive end, and the Telford Tigers already pushing against the Milton Keynes defence as Plant picks the puck up in front of the team store. A lunge from Milton Keynes is Griffin. Shot from Plant, and another attempt comes in, and this time Hill swings it in, and Miller swings it in. You've got Plant, Hill and Miller all getting a shot in the first 25 seconds.
They're queuing up then. Sam Zajac makes the hit.
Weaver heads behind the net, sets up the breakout, and that, I mean, you got 3 shots on goal coming there in the first few seconds, and one comes over the top from Miller, goes wide, and that's going to go for icing. Weaver battles for it, and you can see Christie keeps it in on the point. Zajac drives down the left side, leans in, shoots, and a rebound picked up. Kalina tries to scoop it back towards the net, but unfortunately the puck was bobbling around, and Barklick now on the offensive for Milton Keynes. Zajac's the guy that's back there, banks it off the boards, but Emersick picks it up in the corner, delays, turns back against Oakford. Puck deflects off the boards.
I've still got my money on Baranek.
Now Kalina winds up, shoots straight into the body of the netminder, and again skates.
He's following through.
Christie stepped in front of the netminder, and Kalina just carried on skating straight into him to take him off his feet. Now Milton Keynes get there first. Scott goes to make the hit, but County curled away. A walk in, 72 on the backhand shoots, and the net's gone off its moorings. You can see once again Doug Clarkson's got his arm in the air, but the referee allowing the netminder to pull it back onto its moorings as they're attacking the other direction. Adam Taylor shoots just wide to the left of the post. It bounces off the boards. Zajac comes down to retrieve the puck. Hayward comes in. Baronic, shot comes in off the draw. This time off Hill. The rebound's out to Miller. Puts it in front, falls into Plant's feet. And now Milton Keynes on the counter-attack. 2-on-2. County drives down the left wing, shoots across the front of the net. Jones
takes him out after.
Yeah, he took Chamberlain off his feet there. It was Jones, actually, and Chamberlain battling on the boards there. You've got to be careful with that off the play, because what you don't want... We've only had one penalty called so far, and it was an interference penalty.
But look at this
3:35 into the game.
Again, Tigers are failing to clear the zone. And we saw a bit of naughty play there.
Now,
Cowney just dragged his stick along the back of Plant as Plant was on the ice.
Just to pull it down.
Yeah.
Plant picks up a penalty for holding the stick. So Rick Plant picks up a 2-minute minor penalty. If we had a microphone now on his mob, there'd be some choice words coming in this direction. Milton Keynes with a man advantage.
I think that's been a waste for Milton Keynes, I really do.
Yeah. Christie curls back round. Keeps hold of it, sends it up the boards.
Well played.
Oh, it bounces from... I thought it was going to bounce out the end zone then.
Now they've set it up.
Comes to the back post, shot! Oh, and on the back post, it was Davis that cleared the puck out on the back post, but
look at
Jones
again. He's
steps in, walks in, and Jones versus Jones, battle on the boards, pushing and shoving. We're back to 5-on-5, and you can see the work rate against the boards there as he pins him against the glass.
Chamberlain, we saw that puck direct in our line of vision. Now Plant at the other end.
Kalina Silverthorne walks in, shoots, and it's loose, and the puck's against the boards, and you see that the pad comes across to the post, and the puck just trapped against the netminder's pad. He frees it down perfectly, but the point was it was still there to be seen as Silverthorne comes screaming through the slot area, got the shot away. Rose picks it up now in neutral ice.
See a Drobny way into the corner again. He's a very...
Switches sides, Plant,
active
backhands the boards, Miller fires it in, Hill skates in after it. Hook picks it up. Hill sends him careering towards the boards. The puck's still loose at their feet. There's a battle on the wall for it. Chamberlain tries to clear it out. Plant keeps it in. Good hands from Sam Oakford. Sends it to the back post. And Miller tips it up. A beautiful play there. Plant created it, picking it up and holding it in on the blue line. The centre man doing the job. Just tips it across there to Sam Oakford, that then skates across the blue line. Joe Miller patiently waiting on the back post. Then you see Oakford shoot it to that back post, and Miller tipped it in behind the netminder to put the first goal of the night on 30 minutes and 30 seconds exactly. Scored by Miller, assisted by Oakford and Plant, putting the Telford Tigers ahead at the halfway mark of the game. 30 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, will this spur on Milton Keynes, or will Telford now use its momentum to get a couple of goals up, Alan?
Well, we know what they're guilty of. Normally they sit back and relax on it, and they can't do that against a team like Milton Keynes. I'm glad that play continued, because I was just about to say it would have been a curse of the commentator that we're not seeing the full potential of Hill and Miller. They've both had injuries, and I don't think we've seen the skill that we're used to see from these two guys.
Barkley, back to Christie, and now the turnover comes this time. Satek drives in. Clarkson tries to get the puck in neutral ice, but it was deflected out the way. Barkley picks it up on the backhand, well held up by Satek, and Clarkson goes in and gives Emmersick quite a hit on the boards, and you see Blaz look back, make note of the number and step off. He's a bit mature, should we say, for shots like that in neutral ice.
Yeah, and Blaz is not the kind of guy that'll come back and you know...
One of the kids might do it for him, though.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He's a well-respected...
Clarkson.
Well-respected player.
Weaver comes steaming in, picks up the puck from Clarkson as they switch sides. Weaver at the back of the net, tries to tip it in front. Satek up to Zajac, shoots across, deflection comes out, Farn tries to clear it up ice. You see Baronic skate forward, but Sam Zajac thinks, no, I'll take that, thank you very much. Pick up the puck, set it up behind the net.
Very much doing the job of what you'd call a sweeper in football. They just pick that loose puck up and calm. A lot of players would have just banged that off the barrier, but Sammy Zajac's got the skill to calm it down.
Cross ice to Clarkson. Puts it in front. Davis walks in, shoots and scores. An amazing finish from Davis. The play set up by Clarkson and the initial pass out from Weaver. So Weaver, Clarkson, Davis. Clarkson takes it on the blue line, carries it over, feeds it in front of Davis, walks in 1-0, finds the top left-hand corner to give Telford a 2-goal cushion on 38 minutes and 20 seconds, putting the Telford Tigers 2-0 up against MK Lightning.
Well, what about that? That wasn't just a fumble in, that was a top-class goal in the top corner.
If there was a fourth assist on that, it went Zajac, Weaver, Clarkson, across. Davis drives in, shoots and scores over the top left-hand corner. A beautiful executed finish and a good team play setup. Moving the puck up ice, 3 crisp passes leading to that shot that put Telford 2-1, 2-0 up on this game.
Yeah, textbook stuff, and we're at, what we are, 38 minutes. And
shot comes across and Milton Keynes.
Back.
You see the drive in. I'm just trying to see which player come. He brought it out of the corner. He powered in front of Clarkson on the backhand. He answered that goal. 16 seconds. We were still recapping the first one. I think. Let's have a look. I think it was Billing.
Well, if it's Billing, fair play to him because he's worked his socks off all night.
Yeah, he drove hard into the corner, picked the puck up, walked it out straight into the crease, flicked it on the backhand into the net to put Milton Keynes' first goal in at 38-36. Back a little.
There's a bit of cross-check into the back there.
The puck goes into the corner, banked off the boards.
Davis, couple
Look at them swinging at that puck. And
that's what you need. That is what you need.
Dump it down the ice. But the thing that got me about that, when you look at Dan Scott swinging at the puck, there was a look of a bit of panic on there. Davis shoots from the bench. The netminder hangs onto it nice and clean. And Tate then keeps the puck in off a fly change. Satek up to the point. Shot comes in from Weaver.
Loose.
And was that off the post?
Oh, and it's come out.
And
I
it
think
drops out.
Bounded out. We've got
great shot from Weaver as the final left, 12 seconds tick by of the second period.
I think Tom's going to be the most relieved would hear this buzzer.
2-1 in this period in favour of the Telford Tigers, but still a very even, hard-hitting physical game as they tie up in the corner. And the players back away for the end of period 2. So what a second period. We go from a 0-0, hard-hitting, fast momentum of the first period. Then the second period kicks in. We get a stoppage for blood on the ice. The Zamboni's got to come on. That gives us a delay of a good 5 or 6 minutes, waiting for that machine. The players sort of go over to the bench. They get a bit cold. And then Telford coming up with the first goal, which gave them a bit of momentum. And then getting the second one. And from that second goal, it was over to Milton Keynes.
Absolutely. We've said week in, week out, Telford seemed to take a lead and then they sit back on it. And they didn't do that tonight. I thought, wow, there's been a change here. They took the second goal, and what did they do? They sat back on their cushions, and Milton Keynes, as you rightly say, came into it, and they dominated that last sort of 5 or 6 minutes after getting the goal. And
from Peter Russell, the Milton Keynes coach's point of view, that's exactly what you want. You concede a goal, 14 seconds later, you get one back. Now, the fact is that there were 2 goals down because of what happened earlier in the period, and that's the key for me now. As we come out to the third period, I can't wait to see what strategies the 2 coaches are going to apply. Are they going to try and hold the area out, hold on to the lead? Are they going to go at it all guns blazing? From my point of view, I'd always like to go with an aggressive play. Don't settle for what you've got. Try and get another one. Because when you start defending, there's a danger you're going to concede.
Both teams will come out full guns blazing. The emphasis here is on Milton Keynes because they've got it all to lose. Telford have got it all to lose. It's one of those games. Tom is going to be, I guess Tom is going to be the most upset of the 2 managers in this break because of what they gave away in that period. They shouldn't have given that away, but it's all keying up for a fantastic third.
Boardman raised his arm into the air for the puck dropping on the third period. Milton Keynes win the draw. Banked off the boards into neutral ice. Weaver finishing the hit on Barkley. Now Plant drives in. Shot comes away from Phil Hill. Plant hustles at the back of the net. And Telford trying to strike while the iron's hot. Now in the other way. Barkley drives down the left side. Zajac swings the puck at it. Comes up to neutral ice. Hill, but he's reaching for the puck. That's the one thing about Hill. I would rather he drove towards the puck rather than lunging for it with his stick. Rashka stick handles and then covers the puck and frees it down because Frank came steaming in there to put them under a bit of pressure as Rashka chooses to hold on to the puck. And a rumble from behind us. That's the first time I've heard the drum rolls from behind us.
I was about to say the Milton Keynes fans, there's a lot of travel down today and they've been more vocal than the Telford fans tonight, in my earpiece anyway.
Oh. Silver thought that stick came across there. That was quite harsh, shall we say, from the incoming Robert Griffin. Shot comes from the point from Dan Scott, deflects from the netminder. High up into the glass, drops down into the corner. Silverthorne to McEwen. McEwen curls up ice, buttonholes, turns away from the incoming forward, takes it behind the net, tries for the wraparound.
And it's Silverthorne!
The shot comes. That play was generated from Corey McEwen, takes it round the back of the net. And you see him drop, take it round the back of the net. And I'm not sure whether he made the shot and Silverthorne picks up the rebound from where I was sitting, or whether he passed it onto the back post. But Jason Silverthorne picks up the goal. Corey McEwen, number 71, created the play. Time of goal, 44 minutes and 38 seconds. And that will be very favourable to Tom Watkins on the Telford bench, Alan.
Well, I think 2 ton has just come off his shoulders as I look over to the bench. I can't actually see Tom Watkins on them. Is he there?
Yeah, he's there. Stood next to Bass.
Oh, I see him now, yeah. But yeah, Silverthorne was just in the right position to pick that up there.
The puck drops now. Milton Keynes. Last time Telford scored, MK answered that within 14 seconds, and they're already pressing tough into the end zone. MK timeout at 45:09, or has he? Yes, he has. So you can see Peter Russell there.
It's a long way
Tactically talking to his guys. You can see the passion in his face. You can see that now he's getting a little agitated, and he wants this goal answered. He needs to shift momentum back so he can bring it, because otherwise, the way Telford are going, they look like clocking another one up, and that'll be a concern for Pete.
Pete Russell knows what he's doing, you know. He's one of the top coaches in the country.
It wasn't the goal, it was how much Telford were coming at them and getting shots away in a short space of time. And he just needed a couple of seconds to talk to his players and regroup. Off the draw now. They lock out like a rugby scrum, but Farn comes out with the puck, sends it cross ice, but it's intercepted. Clarkson shoots from the point, and Satek hovering in front of the netminder again. And now, Oakford.
We're going end to end again.
On the puck, it certainly is. It's stepped up, the pace has stepped up. And the puck movement now coming from Danny Rose. He walks down the centre, shoots, catching it, save from Odden Abrobny, and then the puck's deflected into the corner, and then just in front of the bench you see it cleared out by Chamberlain, who lines up and just collides with Miller, just a little bump shoulder to shoulder as Jameson carries the puck out for Milton Keynes in front of the bench, hits the halfway line, backhands it in, jump in the air from Dan Scott, catches the puck, it drops to the feet of Chamberlain, so no hand pass will be given as Hill powers up the right side, Miller goes in, the check comes in from the incoming defenseman, and once again the hit's being completed by Milton Keynes on the board.
Just to calm it down a little bit, but Milton Keynes pick it up and break out and come back again.
Cross ice pass. There's a drive forward now, it goes into the corner. Farn tries to get the puck across, Scott's there waiting at his feet. Goes round the back of the net, picks the puck up, looks to switch sides, tries to get it in front where you see incoming.
Baronic it was.
Skate right into the slot, and the shot comes from Carlon. Quick release shot, aiming for that top shelf. Deflected off Rashker into the corner. Carlon.
Oh, it's gone through.
What a tip in! Farn shoots from the point. Whether Carlon got a tip to that or just got in the netminder's way, it was Farn that shot the puck from the point. Carlon got the tip on it, or screened the netminder, one or the other. And now Milton Keynes bring it back to 3-2. Great screening from Tom Carlon. Fantastic shot from Farn on the point. We'll see who they credit the goal to. That was scored 49 minutes and 43 seconds. Back to 3-2. One goal in it.
It went directly through Rasker's legs. I was directly in my line of sight.
And now Milton Keynes drive, Jameson at the back post.
Oh,
and now, if there's going to be a bit of a scuffle, it'll be right now.
And Clarkson's coming onto the ice in this change. We'll see what happens.
Weaver, really frustrated. Jameson, somebody's hanging onto his stick. And you see Weaver and Frank there exchanging words. They weren't happy about what happened, but it's the passion of the game.
Clarkson's asking him, but he won't have it.
Yeah, he's happy.
He's asking him
centre ice. But the thing is, Pete Russell now, he doesn't want a guy in the box. Neither team will need a guy in the box with 45 seconds left to play on a 3-2 game. But Clarkson's ready. You can see Tom Watkins. Yeah. He's calling Miller off. What's he going to do? Clarkson stays out, but Barclay's off. Look at Pete Russell now.
So
fans are on their feet, making some noise.
So let's keep going. We've got 45 seconds left.
Milton Keynes players out on the ice and an empty net. County, round the corner.
Zajac, it's out, and Clarkson's going to pick it up. It's going to be an empty net goal. Clarkson walks in.
I heard a whistle. The stop. It's not a goal. What happened there? As the puck was cleared out, it hit a Telford player on the glove. The referee blew the whistle down, and it's an end zone face-off in the end zone because as the Telford player cleared it out, it hit the glove of a player on the bench, and the whistle clearly was heard before Clarkson skated after the puck. So it's an end zone face-off. It's still 6-on-5 because the netmine's got an empty net. And this game will continue now with 36 seconds left to play. That's the right call.
I didn't hear that whistle, and
I saw you saw the Milton Keynes player look towards the bench and say it hit his glove, and I heard the whistle, but by which time everybody's shouting and cheering because Clarkson's chased after the puck.
Clarkson's still trying to get Jameson going now. It's not going to happen. We've got 30 seconds remaining.
And the puck goes down the ice. Does it go for icing? No, it's washed off. Satek's there. Silverthorne's waiting. It comes up to the slot. Silverthorne gets on the puck, fires it, deflects from an MK skate, and now Milton Keynes on the counter-attack. Delay it back. Have they got enough time? Hook fires the puck forward. Drives into the corner. Oakford, they all pin against the boards. There's a battle for the puck.
10 seconds left.
8 seconds remaining behind the net. Fans jumping on their feet behind the back of the net. And as the clock ticks by, the Telford Tigers win the game 3-2. As the hooter goes. And who's he locked out with? Silverthorne. And you can see him trying to throw a punch across the top, clutching at helmets. The referee's calling. It's locked out, and you see Rasker exchanging a few. And you see Barkalik. You see him taking his helmet off. He wants to throw a punch. And now players are coming in. Kalina's in on the bench. And they're driving forward. Look from our camera too. You can see the players scuffling. County and Kalina lock out. And you saw referee Boardman write down Kalina's number. Now there's a couple of players on the ice. If you look there, Silverthorne locked out with Barklick against the board. Let me be clear,
Barklick got hold of Silverthorne's helmet and pulled it off his head.
He was trying to take it off so he could throw a couple of punches. He stands up, exchanges a few words with Sam Oakford.
So, great game tonight, bit of everything.
Yeah, I think it was exciting. It was fun to watch. It was quite similar to the game we played in MK a couple of weeks ago. Lots of intensity, both sides, physical. Not much ice, for guys to play in, and I'm sure it was good to watch.
And using Rick Plant as a centre put a lot of strength in that centre of that first line.
Ricky's good across all three forward positions. He's strong on the puck and he's pretty solid in face-offs. He's reliable defensively, and I like the look of that line. I think the average age on it's about 35, but as a group they know how to play, and Hilly and Joe I thought won a lot of board battles, which is key in these games.
And it was quite a physical game tonight from both sides, wasn't it? Everybody finishing their hits.
Yeah, it was nice to see us be physical because we didn't do that last night at all. I can probably count on one hand the number of hits we actually made, and it's all about keeping a simple process and some keys for the guys to follow, and part of being physical and blocking shots is an absolute must for us.
So a great result for the Telford Tigers, now putting them 3 points clear of the top of the league as they get that fantastic win that went right down to the last second against MK Lightning. Next week the Telford Tigers are at home against the Peterborough Phantoms, and you'll see all the action right here on Big Centre.
Silverthorne off the boards, gets the break, goes with it. Silverthorne puts it onto the back post. Zajac puts it into the back post, and it goes forward from Macaulay Haywood, having the right hand over the top, throwing it in, and Miller's going toe to toe, and he's got 3 or 4 headshots, and then drags him down. Still has it. Zarbo being sort of marked out the game by Tom, and the shot comes from forward now. Babrea with Plant. Babrea walks in, shoots,
and he looks up his own rebound.
Zarbo, and he's not happy about that. It was a late hit to hit from behind, and you see the players